By state law and county charter, I am both empowered and obligated to investigate the causes and circumstances of any death involving a member of law enforcement in the performance of their duties. Through a signed executive order, I have control over the inquest process, which has not been examined in a significant way since 2001. In 2015, I convened 2 inquests. In 2016, I convened 7. In 2017, I had to order 13 inquests, deaths that occurred in Auburn, in Federal Way, in Kent, in Burien, in Seattle. This sharp uptick may turn out to be a statistical aberration, but we all have every right to be concerned. The investigations and reviews that take place after officer-involved deaths must give confidence to the community that government takes it seriously when a life is taken by law enforcement. The inquest system was successful in providing a better understanding of the facts, but many people remain unsatisfied. And I believe it represented a lost opportunity to learn and to make improvements and create a more fair and transparent process. As I considered a new executive order governing inquests late last year, I convened a 6-person committee to review and re-examine the process. I want to thank our co-chairs, Faye Brooks and Sam Palka. I want to thank Rick Williams, Jeffrey Beaver, Davita Briscoe, and Judge Dean Lum for their hard work and their commitment. The committee brought its report to me in March. Soon after that, a group of law enforcement leaders and a community coalition of activists approached my office to advise and provide input. My staff and I met regularly with coalition members, with law enforcement leaders, with city officials to discuss new ideas. Ultimately, the coalition and law enforcement were not able to reach a final agreement, but the executive order I will sign today embraces many of the ideas that were brought forward by those community members. This new executive order makes significant reforms. A select group of pro tem judges will preside over inquests rather than district court judges. Families will be afforded attorneys through the Department of Public Defense if they want representation and have not hired an attorney of their own. I want to thank the King County Council for approving funding for that provision. Pro tem staff attorneys will assist the judge during the proceedings instead of the prosecuting attorney's office. Most important, the new executive order expands the fact-finding scope. Under the new system, a panel will now hear testimony about training and policies, and they will be asked whether the officer or officers followed them. This will help us better understand what happened and continue to improve. If police did not follow their training and departmental policies, we need to know why or why not, so that those departments can examine the work they're doing and make changes in the future that will prevent future tragedies. If police did follow training and protocol, we need to determine if there are improvements to be made to avoid a similar scenario in the future, and that opportunity then will be available to those agencies. The point is not to put an individual officer on trial. It is to make sure we are asking the right questions and taking appropriate actions. At the moment, we have 9 pending inquests. My goal is to begin this new process within the first quarter of next year. I believe the new executive order will provide families, law enforcement officers, and community members with greater transparency and accountability. I believe it will give the public more confidence in the legal system and will give law enforcement and policymakers greater ability to reflect on how training and policies come into play in difficult and confusing situations and how they might be improved.